Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today, a very special episode. Today, we are publishing The Mind, the sequel of the Senthien. So here we are at kdp.amazon.com, which is a start page for publishing to Amazon platform. And on the bookshelf page, I have the books that I have already published on Amazon before. And what I want to do now is to add a new title. And I'm going to add a Kindle book. Afterwards, I will do paperback as well, but that part is easy to do since all the information that I use for the Kindle book is copied into the paper book metadata, so that comes afterwards. To start, I need to choose a language, and for The Mind this is English. Next come the book title and subtitle. Now, for a very long time, I didn't use subtitle, but recently I found that a lot of books, especially if you look at bestseller lists, they do have subtitles, and what they use is genre, such as tech thriller or second chance romance. So here I will use the same thing that I use for the Senthien, and this is sci-fi romance. The Mind is the second book of the Descendants of Earth series, so I'll enter that under the series window. Since I'm publishing the book for the first time, I won't enter anything under edition number, but an example where I did enter a second edition for the Senthien was when I republished it under my own printing company, Brown Dove Publishing. Next step is author and contributors. I usually write down my name only. There are instances where you see other contributors like illustrators or editors. From a reader's perspective, I'm used to seeing only author under the title, and if readers are interested to find out about my designers and editors, I always name them at the beginning of my book, so readers can even see them even if they download the free download sample. Next step is the description or the blurb. This I have already, and I just copy pasted it here. Since I don't have contract to a publishing company other than my own, I can enter here that I own all the copyright. Some authors are traditionally published or hybrid published, meaning half indie, half traditional, and in those cases they need to look out for where do they have a copyright to their own work and where did they license it away. Next parts are keywords. This one is not trivial. I need to choose keywords that are very much linked to my book, but also keywords that people search for. So I'll start with what The Mind is about, which is restrained society, forbidden love, fight for freedom. And then a tool that I use is a report from K-Lytics. Here I have a report for science fiction, and among other valuable information, they have a page on Kindle market analysis by keyword. So which keywords readers use how often. And this one I find really useful, and I use ideas from this report for my own books. What I found really cool here is that you can have keywords such as amazing science fiction or astounding science fiction, which you as an author, you can actually put that down under your keywords. Now, whether the book really is amazing or astounding is a matter of taste, of course, but I personally really enjoy that I can use these kind of keywords for my own books. The other tip here, which is for new authors, is something you can do only after the book has been out a while, and this is the following. So I will check, and here I can only show you for the Senthien since mine is not out yet. I will show you Amazon bestsellers rank, and you will find that the Senthien is ranked under a specific genre. This is the genre that you look out for. Normally it will be something that you've put yourself under keywords or your own genre choice, but sometimes something new comes up, and in this case, as it was for Senthien, it was paranormal romance. Now, I would not have thought of that myself, but it is true to an extent since my main protagonist has a kind of a superpower, so she can tell the future. So This is what I entered for the Senthien subsequently, and this is also what I will use for the Mind as well. Next step is to enter categories, and Amazon allows you to choose 2 categories, and I will choose the same thing I used for the Senthien, which is science fiction and hard science fiction, and the second one will be romance and science fiction. Grade range, this is for children books, so I will not enter anything here. And the last bit under book details tab is a pre-order. Now for the Mind, I already have my book ready and I'm ready to publish it right away. For some instances, especially if you have a lot of readers, having a pre-order is useful, since you're basically telling your readers that your book is about to come out, and the Amazon algorithm takes it into account. Pre-order works for up to 3 months, but as I said, for me the Mind is already ready and I will enter the first choice. Here we're under Content tab, where we need to upload manuscript and the cover. What you see here is a choice of enabling digital rights management, yes or no. So this is basically meant to protect your work from piracy, but I chose not to do that, and that's for 2 reasons. One is that DRM can disturb the viewing of the book on some of the ebook readers. I had both of my books available for free under pirate platforms as soon as I published them, but I think readers are honest people and they usually want to reward the author for the work they did. So even if the book is available for free on a pirate platform, I think most readers will actually pay. So I don't think piracy is a big threat here. So here I will upload the manuscript. One can upload Word file, but here what I use is a file that I formatted on Vellum. I like the Vellum software because you can see what your book will look like on different ebook readers before you publish it. The only issue here is that the fonts on Vellum are limited, and for my books it's an issue because I'm using, for the Senthien, I'm using 3 fonts, and in the case for the Mind, I'm using 4 fonts. One is for narration, one for inner thoughts, the third one are visions, when she sees something that will happen in the future, and then in the Mind, I also have the font for the void, which is the place that she experiences during teleportation, and not all of these fonts are recognizable under Vellum. So I will see what that looks like, and then I might need to upload a Word file afterwards to check if that is actually better, if the Kindle will recognize different fonts there. Under cover, one can use Cover Creator from Amazon, but I already have a book cover ready, which was done by a really talented group of designers called Deranged Doctor Design. So I will upload that file. Once I have uploaded my manuscript and the cover, I check the preview to see if everything is as I want it to be. Since I have formatted the book in Vellum, I'm quite certain it will look exactly as I saw it in Vellum, but I usually check the beginning and the end of the book to make sure. If I upload the Word file, then I usually scroll through the whole of my book just to make sure I'm not missing pages or I have extra pages or something similar. ISBN is not necessary for ebooks as it is for print books, so I won't enter anything here, and as a publisher I'll put my own publishing company, Brown Dove Publishing. So the last tab before publishing is pricing. You see at the top I have a possibility to choose if I want my book in Kindle Select. This will make my book available for Kindle Unlimited readers, but it also means I cannot publish my ebook anywhere else. So I will not enroll, at least not now, because I want my book available to Apple readers or Kobo readers or Barnes & Noble readers, library book readers, and so on. Here I want my book available in all of the territories. Since I have all the copyright, I can choose all territories here. Hybrid authors or traditional authors will have to choose which territories they have a license to. For the pricing, I will start with 99 cents. And this is because in the beginning I have something called soft release, which means that my newsletter subscribers and also my YouTube subscribers know that I have a book out. And I want to reward people that have been following me and I want to offer them the lowest possible price. And after a few days, I will lift that price to my usual $3.99. So I will allow book for lending. I find it's kind of internal marketing. So if one of my readers likes my books, I want them to spread it to other people that they think other readers will like it as well. Because the real challenge with authors, unless they are really famous, is discoverability. There are millions of books on Amazon, and your bestseller list goes to 100. So that means that there are so many more books which might be intriguing and really good, but no one knows about them. And here we go back to piracy issue. I mean, as long as people know about your book, it is actually advantageous for any author. And yeah, this is it. It is ready for publishing. You see here I have an issue. I forgot to choose a royalty plan. So for 99 cents, I can only choose 35% rather than 70%. And this is just Amazon's policy. So yes, we are done. The mine is out. Actually, not yet. You see here it says it might need 72 hours for the book to appear. It usually happens a lot faster, especially for Amazon.com. For other territories like Spain or Japan or Germany, it might take a day or two. But, you know, it's a lot faster than it would have been if one goes through a traditional publishing path, which can be a year and a half or 2 or 3. So I hope that was useful, especially for new aspiring authors, or also for the readers, so that you see what's actually happening in the background. I hope you liked it. If you have some questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!